of you watching. You all receives a big showers. Yeah, big showers to everyone. Okay, thank you very much. Thank you very much, everyone, for your participation, for your support on the channel. I really appreciate every one of you. So, our usual lesson, for today, we're gonna talk about the spark plug. Yeah. Okay, let me show you guys. This is what we call spark plug. This is what we call plug. See. So this is something will look common. We look this common, but in a car, in a machine, generator, it's very important. But we look it to be common. Yeah, we look it to be common. But this guy is very important. This guy is important on our vehicle, on our generators, like very important. Yeah, very important. Okay, should I now say that anywhere that we use fuel, this guy must be involved? Yeah, I guess it should be so, because generator uses fuel, this guy is involved. Okay, the car also, petroleum car, this guy is involved. So mostly all these engine that are built, this guy is always involved. So the spark plug I mean is important in our car. The spark plug is important in our generator as this aids combustion. Yeah, this guy aids combustion. This spark plug aids combustion. Okay, in our engine, a lot of combustion, like a lot of energy, a lot of force, a lot of power are being consumed inside the engine. And the things that do this, or the things responsible for combustion, is the spark plug, the fuel, and the air. So these are the three things that are involved in combustion. We have the fuel, we have the air, and we have the spark. So this guy provides the spark. Yeah, this guy provides the spark. And the function of the piston is to ignite. So like the function of the piston is to combine all together to provide the force that is needed for a car to keep combusting or steaming or idling, anyone. Okay, okay, I brought this guide for today class so we can talk briefly on the spark plug. So, like I said earlier, a lot of you guys will see this as nothing. You see this as nothing, but it's important. This guy is very important in our engine these days. It's very important, even in our generator. So, let's say you have a damaged plug in your generator. There is nothing, no miracle that will make it start. Yeah, it won't start when the plug is bad. It won't start. Okay, so apply to our engine. Yeah, our car engine. If your plug is bad, it won't start. But even if it starts, depending on the plug the car is using, though, and depending on how the plug is dead. But even if the car starts, it will have some kind of faulty, which I'm gonna be explaining here on the evening class. Okay, so if you are new to the channel, you're welcome. Here is Kelly Media Automobile. Here we talk about cars and also we teach practical about cars. But let me see the people we have on our chat. We have Minis KI707. He said, "Hi, okay, you're welcome to the channel. Thank you very, very much for joining. I really appreciate it. You're welcome." Also, we have Resh Cleaning Service LLC. Oh, wow, you're welcome, Resh Cleaning Service LLC. You're really, really welcome. Thank you very, very much. I really appreciate for the chat. Thank you very much. Okay, on our today lesson, we are talking about the spark plug. And I said the spark plug is very important in our vehicle, like in our car. And we are going to check more info about this guy, the symptom and the function, why this guy is important in our vehicle these days. Okay, this guy provides current from this guy provide current directly to the combustion chamber, and the current this guy receive is being brought by the ignition coil. Yeah, the ignition coil give this guy the current, and this guy transmits the current to the combustion chamber. So without this guy, that means it will be difficult for current flow to the combustion chamber without this guy. So this guy is very, very important. Like I said earlier, this guy helps in transmitting of current from the ignition coil to the combustion chamber. So let's say this guy is dead. Man, when this guy is dead, there will be no start. Okay, let's say for those car that uses four plugs, when this guy is dead, it won't start at all. It will just be cranking, like you will just keep cranking, but it won't start. So if you notice a cranking car, maybe there is a supply of current from the ignition coil, and also there is a constant fuel supply, just know that this guy is bad. Yeah, simple. This guy is bad. So when this guy is bad, you can just go ahead and crank your car, keep cranking, and it won't start. That's the number one reason to tell that this guy is bad. So in as much as you've checked for the fuel and it's coming, you've checked for the current and the current is being supplied in the ignition coil, that means this guy is bad. So when this guy is bad, there will be no start at all. No start at all. Okay. Depending, like I said earlier, depending on the amount of plug the car or engine is using. Let's say for those that uses for one stereo is bad, it will be difficult for a one plug to power the whole engine, to power the engine. Yeah. So at least if three is working and one is bad, it could power. But when three is dead and one only working, it won't start. So I guess that would be an easy or best way you can know the first sign of a dead plug, when there is a supply of fuel, supply of current, and the car is just cranking but not starting. That means your plug is bad. Though there are a lot of things, but the reason why I said cranking but no starting is, even if other things are involved, at least when you've cranked for a long, it should start. But when you've cranked for a long period of time and the engine refuses to start, that means this guy is totally bad. Okay, let's check our comments to see the people we have. We have Migu DCH. He said, "Hi, Migu DCH. You will really, really welcome to the channel. Thank you very, very much. I really appreciate my bro. Thank you so, so much. Thank you. You're welcome." Okay, he said, "Welcome, my friend." Yeah, you're welcome. You're welcome. Thank you very, very much. I really appreciate. Say, how's your day, my bro? We really thank God. We give God the glory. Okay. Hope you too. How's your day? Hope great, my bro. Okay, as I was saying, guys, check, take a look at this. This ignition, this is a plug, a spark plug. And I said earlier that this guy is important in our engine these days. This guy helps in current flow to the combustion chamber. So without this guy, it will be difficult for your engine to start. Without this guy, it will be difficult for your generators to start. So this guy aids the current flow to the combustion chamber. So it receives current from the plug wire, yeah, to the plug wire is connected to this point, and then the current flow from this to this and comes out from this, ignites with the piston, and it's the piston that ignites it. So the piston combusts the air, the fuel, and the current coming out from this place together. That gives the engine force. Though we will come to a point that will explain how the combustion work. So okay, back to comments. Megudisi say, I really want to donate some money, but I have none. I work at a restaurant. All right. Thank you very, very much. I really appreciate it. Thank you so, so much. I understand you, bro. Thank you so, so much. Okay, the second way to know that your spark plug is bad is Let's say, for instance, you start, you crank your car, and it was opportune to start, and you start the car. If it's idling, if when it's idling, watch the car closely. You will notice something like the engine would idle steady. It will be shaking. Yeah, the engine will be idling and shaking. So when you notice idling and shaking, there are three things responsible for that. The fuel injector can be responsible for that. The ignition coil can be responsible for that, and also the plug can be responsible for that. So how do you tell if it's the plug that is responsible for that? Now let's find out. So to tell if it's the plug that is responsible is when you start the car and it's now idling, watch closely in as much as it's shaking. You just have to loosen the bolt. It's been held by 10 millimeter bolt. Loosen the bolt, remove the bolt. Then you have to remove the coil. So once you don't have to remove the coil finish, you just raise it up a little bit. So once you raise up a little bit, you feel kind of a steady idling to start it to stop shaking. So if it stops shaking once you raise the coil a little bit, you just have to know that it's the spark plug. Yeah, it's the spark plug. You don't have anyone to tell you, it's the spark plug. So I said the second way to check if your spark plug is bad is when your engine is idling, you'll notice a shaking. Yeah, it will be shaking, like it will be rough. The idling won't be smooth. So in order to testify, in order to check out that it's the spark plug that is wrong, is you just have to loosen the 10 millimeter bolt that's holding the coil to the valve cover, and once you've loosed it, then you raise a little bit. If you raise a little bit and you notice that the idling is now smooth, that means it's the spark plug. But when you raise and it's still shaking, okay, you just have to suspect your coil. Your ignition coil might go bad, mostly when it has cracked at the body of the ignition coil. Mostly when the body has cracked, it will be leaking current. All the current that are supposed to flow from the ignition coil to the plug will now be shared to the body of the top. So that means it would be the ignition coil. So that is the number two way you can check or to know that your plug is bad. So the number three way to directly check if the plug is bad is in some cars the idling might be smooth, but when moving it won't be smooth. So let's say you start your engine and you decide to maybe test run. Then let's say you just drive for, let's say, 10 minutes. After 10 minutes, once you slow down, you will notice a shake, a vibration, and it will move with force, no force to move. Then maybe after a while, it will pick up. That is number three sign to know that the spark plug is bad. Yeah, in as much as you drive for a while and once you slow, you feel the engine is shaking. You just have to know that your spark plug are going bad. So you just have to loosen the spark plug and you replace them. Yeah. So if your engine is using four, replace with four. If it's using six, replace the six. If it's using eight, you replace the eight. Yeah, hope you got me. Hope you got what I'm saying. Say this is a spark plug. So without this guy, like I said, combustion will be difficult in engine of these days. Yeah, combustion will be very, very difficult. Then the next we are going to check in is a high fuel consumption. If your engine is consuming a lot of fuel, like you don't know what's happening, it's just consuming a lot of fuel. Man, the other things that could be responsible, like I said earlier, the a leaking. We have the oxygen sensor, the O2 sensor, can be responsible for that. But if you've cleaned your O2 sensor and the fuel consumption is still much, then you service the throttle body, the fuel consumption is still much, you just have to replace the plug and you are good to go. So replacing the plug will solve your problem, like the fuel consumption will be low. Then another reason, let's say your engine is lacking performance, like poor performance, it's not performing as usual. If you notice a poor in performance, your engine is not performing as usual, All you just have to do is change the plug and you're good to go. Yeah, you don't have to argue that. If your engine is not performing as usual, maybe let's say a week ago your engine was running fine, it was performing sharp, and it just automatically stopped performing very well. All you just have to do is to change your plug and the performance would be restored. So these are the sign I have for today. If there is anything you want to ask, drop your question and I am here to answer. Okay, let's check comments. Okay, we have a brother here, Joshua Sune. Hi, bro. How you doing? You're welcome. You're welcome. Thank you very, very much, my bro. I really appreciate. Thank you so much, Joshua Sune. He's a big fan of the channel. I really appreciate you, bro. Thank you so much. He said, "Hi, bro. Yeah, I'm good. I'm good. I'm good. How you doing? Sundays, bro. Sunday. Okay. As I said earlier, this is spark plug. Yeah, we underlook this, we underrate this, but this guy is important in our vehicle these days. He said, I'm fine. Wow, that's great. Thank you very, very much. We thank God, bro, for everything. Okay, like I said, we underlook this guy, we underrate this guy, but this guy is very important in our nowadays vehicle cars, generators. Okay, and I explain the function of this guy. Yeah. So I said this guy makes it more easier for your engine to receive current. Yeah, for fast combustion, for easy combustion. Okay. Without this guy, or when this guy is dead, your engine will only crack but will not start. Yeah, engine would only crank or would not start. So there are a lot of things that can make your engine to crank but won't start. One, if there is no supply of fuel, it will crank but no start. So if your engine is cranking but not starting, you have to check for the fuel. If you check for the fuel and fuel is coming, you check there is a current flow from the ignition coil to spark in the body of the engine. That means the fault is not from the fuel, it's not from the current, it's from the plug. Yeah, these are the major things that can make your car not to start. But this guy is sometimes always responsible for that. Okay, let me tell you something. Let's say, for instance, you're driving and your timing belt just cut off. Maybe you called a mechanic, or possibly you are a mechanic, you installed a new belt. After installing the belt, you start, the car is only cranking but not starting. And bro, you don't have to worry about this is the fault. Yeah, this thing I'm sharing to you guys is experience that took me years to learn, but I'm just telling you guys under a minute. This guy can sometimes be difficult to understand. Though this guy itself is easy, but sometimes it's difficult to understand. Okay, Etienne, you're welcome. Yeah, that is Etienne. Etienne, you're welcome to the stream. Thank you very, very much, Etienne, for joining. I really appreciate. Thank you so much, Etienne. You're welcome. Okay, like I said, this guy is easy, but sometimes could be difficult to notice, to know that he is the problem you're facing in your engine or car. So repeat the secret. Once you are called to fix a timing belt that just cut off, and after installing the timing belt, the engine refused to start, and you've confirmed that you set the timing very well, bro, you just have to change the spark plug and you will see the engine revived. And sometimes when the plugs are going bad and eventually or mistakenly the timing belt just goes off or cuts, it will affect this guy remaining power, and this guy will just die totally. So if you install a new timing belt and the engine refuses to start again, you just have to replace the spark plug and it would start. So when this guy is good, uh, first your engine will perform very well. Why I say your engine will perform very well is there will be a strong current flow to the combustion chamber, which would boost the energy or performance of your engine. Then when this guy is good, the fuel consumption will be low. So it's very important that after you overuse your vehicle for a while, you replace the plug. Yeah, replacing the plug would reduce the fuel consumption, like would keep reducing the fuel consumption of your car, and so therefore boosting the performance of the engine. Yeah. So when this guy is good, you will not face anything like a hard start. Like sometimes you will off your car and you just go and start back, you will noticing something like hard start. Yeah. So when this guy is good, you won't see anything like that. And the worst case is the worst part is when you are noticing the start, if you call a mechanic, it will be difficult for them to trace. So all I'm just trying to prove is after you've used your car or vehicle for a while, just do keep changing the plug. Yeah. So you can changing the plug for, let's say, sometimes some people do use their vehicles plug for 1 year, some can use for 6 months, or I guess using for, depending on the movement or how you use your vehicle, or using for 3 months, 3 to 4 months would be better. Yeah, after you've used your vehicle's plug for 3 4 months, changing the plug will be better, depending on how you're using the car. Do so it will boost your engine and also minimize the fuel consumption of the car. Okay, hope you find the stream helpful. I'm really be glad to see you all. Yeah, the days of our streams are today is Sunday, next will be Tuesday. So to get our current stream day is you just have to check the last streamed video. So checking the last stream video, you'll be able to predict the next streaming day. So it's been done every two days difference. Yeah, everyone 1 day difference, I guess, because today is Sunday, the next would be Tuesday. So I will come live again on Tuesday to talk more on car pass. Yeah. So little by little we grow, little by little we keep growing, little by little we keep growing. So if you are facing any problem, difficulties, or whatever challenge in a car, just do where to drop your chat, just do where to drop the comments, and you will be helped. Yeah, within 24 hours. 24 hours is too much. Within, let's say, 2 3 hours, you'll be given a response, whatever the problem may be. Yeah, that is what we do. We help mechanics, we teach upcoming mechanic, whatever. So if you're facing difficulties in repairing car, or you've been repairing and you haven't seen the fault, you can also message us and we will be glad to serve you better. So I hope you find the stream helpful. Yeah, if you do, do well to like and comment your opinion. So, guys, thank you very much. Thank you very much for listening. See you guys on Tuesday. I'll see you guys again on Tuesday. Goodbye to everyone. Okay. So on Tuesday we continue our class and we discuss about another parts. So for this, we discussed about plug, and I guess everyone watching would understand. Everyone watching would get the points, or better stay in quick summarization. I summarize again. I said there is a spark plug. Yeah, there's a spark plug, and this guy is combustion in an engine. So when this guy is good, everything about the engine performance will be boosted. Yeah, it will be boosted. So when this guy is good, to minimize the fuel consumption. When this guy is good, it will boost the engine performance. When this guy is good, there will be no hard start. But if you want to get more, you just have to replay the live stream and you will see more about what I said about the spark plug. Yeah. So if you notice, let's say cranking but no starting, you just have to check if there is a fuel supply. If there is, you check if there's a current supply. If there is, that means this guy is bad. Yeah, this guy going dead doesn't mean that it will take long. Sometimes you just have to turn off your engine to start, it will refuse. yeah, this guy must be the fault. This guy might be the fault. So, in quick summarization, I guess I've summarized that. Whenever you don't understand, comment, and I will be glad to answer you. See you guys on Tuesday, the same time, the same channel. All right, hello.